So before we get started, actually, you're probably wondering, why is Angela part of the, well, not only the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Legends line, but also part of the Marvel Universe as a whole? Well, kind of a strange backstory in that, and of course, people watching this video would probably know, or might not know, but Angela is originally a Spawn character. She originated from the Image comics from Spawn. I'll put up her first comic appearance, I should say, here, just so you guys can take a look. But yeah, originally she was Spawn character, part of the Image line of comics, and apparently Todd McFarlane didn't create the character, so apparently he didn't have full control on character rights. So originally the character was created by Neil Gaiman, and Neil Gaiman, I guess for some odd reason or whatever reason, needed extra dough in his pocket, so he decided to sell the Angela rights to Marvel, and Marvel ever since been including her in the Guardians of the Galaxy recent comics in 2013 and onward. So yeah, pretty cool. I figured I better explain that to you as best I can. And honestly, this isn't her first toy figure appearance. She appeared in a lot of other, well, I should say 6-scale figures back in the 90s with the McFarlane toy line back in the day. So we'll show some images right there for you. So pretty cool. Just a little back history on that in case you guys are wondering why Angela is even part of this Marvel Legends line. With all that being said, let's actually get into the toy review. So as always, nice little window packaging on the front there. Get Angela there with her Amazon outfit, a couple of weapons there that look like axes. Get a nice little sword there, and of course, being that it's a Titus Wave, you also get his leg, left leg in the package there. Turn it around up there. We also got the Guardians of the Galaxy logo. Turn it on the side. You also get a nice picture of Angela there. Comic illustration, I should say. And on the other side too, this repeats it. And you get a nice look at the figure. And you also get a nice read up there, which it says, a master of hand-to-hand combat, Angela is known throughout the galaxy for her battle prowess. And for my French-speaking viewers out there, there's also the French on there, and also the Spanish, in case you guys want to read it, if you're Spanish-speaking or French-speaking. And as always, you also get the other figures in Wave that make up Titus. You got Drax, Yondu, Masters of the Universe, Vance Astro, Angela, of course, Darkhawk, Nova, and Star-Lord. So with that all being said and done, I'm just going to fade out here, and we'll get into the actual figure review for you guys. So, as always, guys, stay tuned. And here is the figure out of packaging. And overall, I gotta say, it's a pretty solid piece. But before we actually get into detail with the figure, let's, of course, take a look at the accessories that Angela here comes with. So, the major accessory, of course, is the left leg of Titus here, and yeah, pretty cool looking. Again, it's just the leg, not much detail, just got nice little edge marks, as you can see throughout the figure. I'll just autofocus there for you guys. As you can see, though, very nice. You get the nice little gold plating there. Has a nice look to it indeed. So yeah, pretty cool. So we'll just get Titus over here. So it just comes with a peg joint as always, and you just pop it in there. Well, one sec, I'll have to do this off camera. So there you go. There's Titus all built for you guys. Of course, he's missing his little blaster cannon arm, but that's okay. He looks phenomenal. I can't wait to actually finish this guy off because he looks very cool. Really liking the look of this figure. So that's pretty much it for, well, the major accessory in that collection there. But let's take a look at the other accessories that Angela comes with. So first, she comes with this cool little, I don't know what you want to call it. So she comes with this cool little axe thing. I do not know what it is. Maybe fans of her in the comics will explain what it is. But it kind of looks like I don't know, Kratos. If you ever play the God of War series, it kind of looks like Kratos's Chaos Blades a little, even though they're not actually Chaos Blades, but you know what I mean. They have the same sort of look to them. Same one on the other one too. Nothing different. They're pretty much exactly the same. Has a nice caramel look to it. Nice like all those caramel candies, kind of. It has that feeling of a caramel candy, which is kind of interesting and random at the same time. But as you can see, very nicely detailed. I like the rivets and the whole look to the handle there. Looks very cool actually. Very much like that. And same with the other one too. It's just exactly the same paint job, nice brown and gold to make it stand out. Very nice weapon indeed. And also, any other weapon that a warrior can carry, she also comes with a sword, which is very nice. Actually, holding up here, that looks kind of like Lion-O's sword, doesn't it, from Thundercats? So, any customizable toy makers out there that want to make a Marvel Legends scale Lion-O figure, could probably make that into his sword there and customize it. So that's pretty cool. I really like the sword too. It's very nice indeed. So that's what our basic accessories right there. So overall, pretty cool indeed. So we'll just set those aside. Now let's get into the actual look of the figure. And overall, she's a pretty solid piece. She has, I do not like this little choker thing. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I don't like that. I just think that's a little on the weird side. I suppose I could probably pop it off if her head looks like on... Oh, no, I can't pop it off. I thought it was on a ball joint, but it's only on a pin and socket joint, so... Yeah, this probably is going to probably stay on, which is kind of annoying. I mean, if I could, I probably could take a pair of scissors and just snip that off, but... I don't know, I guess it's part of the figure look, I guess, from her comics look, but... Not a big fan of this little stringy thing. It's a little annoying, but anyway, that's pretty much the only downside to this otherwise phenomenal figure. Overall, she is very cleanly painted. I'm very impressed how clean her paint is. I like how her gold and silver stand out on this figure. She's a very colorful figure and has a lot of interesting pieces going for her. I like the armor plating on the side there. And it's different on the other side too. It just everything about this figure speaks very interesting. She also has a nice little rubberized piece there. It's not removable. It's a solid piece. So unfortunately, it's very loose. Seeing how this figure's waistline is very skinny, this thing is always loose. So that's the other downside too. But oh well, it would have been nice if Hasbro made the belt and this piece a little more removable, but oh well, I guess it is what it is. But it's a nice piece, despite the fact it looks kind of awkward on this figure, but it's a nice solid piece. You also get a holster there, so if you want to, you can put it in the back of the sword in there, and as you can see, it's well flushed out too, you know. Very nice. I'll just zoom in for you guys to get a better look. So there you go. As you can see, it's very well fleshed out in the holster there. So you can pose her with the sword in the back if you want to. So very nice. And the other thing I like too is that her armor here is completely different from her armor here. It cuts off on her right side. It cuts off here. On her left side, it cuts off here. Just a lot of personality with this figure. And again, the face sculpt, I'll zoom in for you guys, is quite nice too. It's very solid painted, looks very comic accurate, which is very nice to see on Marvel Legends figures. But very nicely painted. I like the little warrior thunder blades or whatever, lightning strikes on her face, and her white eyes too. Very nicely painted, as you can see. Very nice. So with all that being said, let's actually get into the articulation of the figure. Overall, really pleased how this figure looks, but let's see about articulation. But she bends at the shoulder area, bends in and out. bends at the elbow, can do a full 60 around her elbow area. Her hands do bend a bit, but it's hindered by the gauntlet area. Same with the shoulder articulation. It's both blocked because of the hairdo in this thing and some of her shoulder pads that are blocked. She does have a full ankle articulation. She can go up and down on the leg and the foot area. She can do a full pivot point in the calf area. And she can do a full articulation in the calf area as well. So she has a lot of articulation, and she can also bend at the knee. So very much standard articulation. Unfortunately, with all her get-up she has, the hair, the sting, and the shoulder pads get in the way. Same with this belt buckle here. And also, I forgot to mention this. She does carry her little axe weapons too, so, which I forgot to mention. But they fit somewhat good. There's a little force you gotta put in, so I would suggest be careful with that in case, you know, you break her little hands there. So overall, you're probably wondering what I thought about this figure. Overall, Angela is a solid piece, don't get me wrong, but however, unfortunately, some of the hindrances that I have with this figure is, of course, the massive amount of annoyances with other costume pieces, such as this necklace area here and this belt buckle. I wouldn't mind if this piece was removable, but unfortunately, since the head is on a pin and socket joint, I don't want to bust the head piece of the figure to remove this. And this could have been removable as well, as it's very loose and it hinders the leg articulation as well. And also, because of her hair could have been sculpted a little more better, so that way we could have had, you know, a little more articulation. And especially with the last Dark Hawk figure, these shoulder pads, this is nitpicking here, could have been adjustable, so that we could have more fully articulated shoulders to have nice action poses for this figure. But oh well, I guess it is what it is. But anyways, guys, if I had to rate this figure, I would probably give her a solid 8 out of 10. Despite the fact she has a little bit of problems here and there, she is a phenomenal looking figure. And for, well, Angela fans who read the Spawn comics from back in the day, this is probably the best looking Angela figure you could get on the toy market today with, well, fully articulation than the old 90s toys from back in the day from McFarlane Toys. So if you want a solid Angela figure to go with your, well, Spawn figures, I would highly recommend to pick this up. Even though it's probably not in scale to those, well, Todd McFarlane Spawn figures, this is actually a very solid piece, and I highly recommend it. So that is it for today's Toy Box Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, subscribe to me for more content. Hit that bell icon and if you want to be notified for more content from me. Also, comment down below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And as always, from Morgan Entertainment, stay entertained.